Hi, my name's Louise and I am running for the position of GUSA President in the upcoming elections this week.
Perfect. So thank you so much for coming today.
No worries.
So let's start off with the big question then. Paddy's been working as GUSA President for 8 months now. Why do you think that you should continue the role when you can?
I feel like I've been building up in council, so I've been on council for 2 years now. I was health and fitness convener and then I was honorary secretary this year. And very much at the start of the year, I was very involved. I helped Paddy a lot organise Freshers Week, and I've seen how much he puts into it, and I know that I can mirror that, and I know that I can take the association and push it in a different direction with a fresh perspective. It's like when you do an essay and you write an essay and you look at it and you're like, oh, I think this is good, and you give it to someone else, and they're like, well, actually, here's something you missed because you've looked at it for too long and you're in a bubble. But I feel like fresh eyes is never a bad thing, and change is always good, and we leave our legacies on these positions that we have, and then we give them to someone else, and that person can push them further in a direction that other person may not have seen, and I think that is never a bad thing for an association.
So are there any particular things that come to mind when you say these ideas that maybe could be developed better, or maybe oversights currently?
So I've got an initiative called Studio One Stepping Stone, and that is that we are looking to open Studio One, which is a weight studio, at peak times in the gym, because there are still a lot of members that might be intimidated going down to power play. Sometimes I go down there as well and I'm just like, oh wow, this is quite intimidating. And I want sport to be for everyone, and I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable in a gym environment. So I'm going to push that. And I've also got some welfare incentives. I've got a welfare calendar, and I feel like with our outreach on social media, we can push things like continue the work of the fashion show with the signing community in December to push homelessness and put the number out on our Instagram. If anyone sees someone sleeping rough in the street, I think as an association that's something we can really push, as well as sexual violence prevention training. There's obviously a global Me Too campaign going on at the minute, and like I said, sport is a support mechanism for everyone, and sport is a voice for everyone. And so I want our welfare conveners and our CTS to go through sexual violence prevention training, so that if anything happens to a member, they feel like they have a voice somewhere and they have a support system. So I'm really pushing those things.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So then on the topic of, for instance, let's say the sexual harassment policy, do you think that GUSA would benefit from maybe being more in tune with other student bodies with regard to maybe these overarching policies that protect the members?
Yeah, I think going forward, the more the better. If we push it as a cross-campus initiative, then we're reaching thousands more people. I say GUSA has, our Facebook followers, I think it's over 7,000, but join with the SRC, QMU, GU, and you have an entire student community. And like I said, with an initiative like that, that's only ever a positive thing. We're reaching more people, we're encouraging more people, and empowering people to know that they have a voice out there if something happens to them.
So how do you think you could achieve maybe them being better connected with the other student bodies on campus?
I think it is just a cross-campus teamwork, so that'll be whoever the next GU president is, it's getting the ideas in early and it's pushing them together. Like I said, 4 voices is definitely better than 1 voice.
Okay, perfect. So in your manifesto then, you talk about the importance of sport to the university experience. So why do you believe that sport should be treated as a priority on campus?
I was about to drop out in first year until I joined the netball club. I hated halls, came from I was head girl at my school, so I was a big fish, and then came to university and I was all of a sudden just one in 20,000, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I have a place here. And I went to netball trials, got into the first team, and I found a family, and I've had that family ever since. And then I became a freshers helper in second year, and my support system and my friendship group just grew and grew and grew, and now there's not a day I walk down the street where I don't say hi to someone that I've met through sport. I just feel like we are an absolute community, we're always there for each other, and I just want everyone to be able to feel like that at university. It literally can be life-changing. It's the reason I'm probably still at university. I've had such an amazing time, but when I look back, it is through sport that I'm still here probably.
So how do you think you can maybe enable other students who maybe feel quite intimidated about GUSA, or maybe wouldn't have thought that there was a sort of place they would belong? How would you reach those people and get them involved?
So I think that comes in Freshers Week, and our welfare convener Christina had an amazing idea this year to have because obviously we do our taster sessions in Freshers Week, and she had buddies going to taster sessions. So obviously we have our sports fair, and there's 50 people being oh, sign up to our club, and again that can be an intimidating environment. So what Christina tried to push was that you would have someone to go to them sessions with, and I also just need to push that a lot of our clubs have like social memberships as well, and so you get the support system and you don't necessarily have to play the sport. It's just about being part of a community and knowing that you have a place in this university in sport, regardless of whether you're on a pitch or in the beer bar, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so on a similar kind of theme then, how would you prioritise mental health as well as physical health then within GUSA, let's say?
So what I was saying, I'm really pushing mental health because I know we do a lot during exam de-stress, and that's great because it's obviously a very, very stressful time of year. As far as I'm concerned, if you can put up an Instagram story that literally says if you're having a bad day today, it's okay not to be okay, and you can make someone that is having a bad day smile in the library, then that's a very positive thing. And like I said, we have our social media outreach and we can reach those people, and if you can make someone smile on a bad day, then we're doing welfare right. It's not all about the big campaigns and like pushing our campaigns are amazing, but it's the little things as well.
So by maybe making GUSA more approachable?
Yeah. I think as an association we need to be pushing it every day, every week, not just on World Mental Health Day, not just during exam season. Like, mental health is a struggle for everyone every day, and it's great that we push it on the big days, but it's the small days and it's the little wins for people that really make a difference, and I feel like we can definitely push that.
So do you have any ideas then for like maybe some practical initiatives that could help people who maybe say are struggling with their mental health to actually get involved with the gym then? Is there anything you could put in place that might make that easier?
So I really back case study. So like I said there, I was probably going to drop out of uni. I know I'm not the only one. I know that people really have struggled with mental health, and sport has pulled them back, and they are now like just thriving as students. And I think if we can reach out to our clubs, and even further, like I said, you don't have to be a member of a club to be a member of sport at this university. If we can reach out, get those people in and let people know that sport does make a difference, and like, look what happened to me, this could happen to you, and like, again, if it changes one person's mind, then we've done a very positive thing.
Okay, cool. Let's see, so one of the big questions then that people seem to have about GUSA is the membership fee, and that is maybe one of the biggest obstacles to accessibility. Do you have any plans to maybe make it easier to pay, so for instance to install a monthly payment scheme rather than the lump sum of £125?
Yeah, I think we've definitely, because we have partnership, the exec have partnership meetings regularly with university sport, and gym membership is always brought up, and I know that our gym membership in comparison to other universities is a really, really good deal, but I can definitely see how the £125 lump sum is like intimidating, especially in like Freshers Week, when Freshers Week is going on. So yeah, it's definitely worth looking into getting like a direct debit system even setting up, and being able to do like monthly payments to make the gym a less intimidating place financially, as well as just the environment itself.
So would that be a goal of your presidency then, if you were to take on the role to make maybe?
Yeah, I think if that's definitely the voice of the students, then that is something that definitely needs to be pushed, yeah.
Perfect. So return to your manifesto then, you mentioned taking Wednesdays off classes to make sports more accessible. So how would you be able to put that in place then?
I think it's definitely, first of all, an awareness thing with staff. Like, I know Sharif done a lot of work with the med school, and that was amazing last year, but I'm in the humanities and arts, and I said I have seminars scheduled for a Wednesday at 2 p.m, and I said to my lecturer, and he's like, I don't even know that was a thing. So clearly there is awareness in some schools and there's not an awareness in others, and I think that is the starting point. I think it should eventually be just a timetable ban for Wednesday afternoons, and it would be great to have like sports fixtures going up on my campus for people that are enrolled in sports teams as well. I think that's how we're going to move it forward.